Well, removal of the jar cooler was in previous part, and now I will continue to disassemble everything else. Sometimes on Audi you can check engine oil level even outside of the engine. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, good. Oh, this is the hardest bolt to take off. And when the seals are no longer looking like rubber, you can easily pull out this filter housing. They are very stiff. Like plastic. You need to remove these mounting brackets. In order to take off this oil cooler. 6mm hex bolts. One is over here and one is over here. Another bolt is over here, but one piece of the bracket is absent today, so I don't have to unscrew it. Now you have more access to these three bolts. Again, using this adapter. Or you can use this big one, bit T30, to unscrew this bolt and this. And also it's 10mm wrench, ratchet wrench. When they are loosened, I use T25 to unscrew these bolts. The middle one is the longest one. It won't come out because of the fuel pump. Next, you need to undo these bolts. This one This one is over there. This one, and over here. Remove this hose, this coolant hose. There is a spring clamp. It's metal one, not plastic, it's metal. And one bolt is over there. Top of this bolt is different. This head and this one. These are long and this short one. It's because they connect with the cylinder block and this plate of this oil cooler. Next you need to remove this one, this hose of PCV. Just be very gentle. Okay. Well, it's very useful thing, very useful, especially on this car, on this engine. Now I remove PCV valve. Just move it from side to side. After some years of movement, you will pull this out. Or you can use a screwdriver and pull from this side up. And something about crankcase breather system. Ring. Also you need to unscrew this stud bolt M6 by using nuts. This M6. Just hold right there and simple way. So you need to remove this pipe from the cylinder block. And this O-ring to be replaced. Also you can unscrew this high pressure sensor, high pressure oil sensor with 24mm wrench to rotate, and then you can unplug it. By simply pressing this latch. Okay, now time face the truth that is not coming out. And so you can turn a little bit in this way so this bolt can come off, and then you remove this oil cooler. And then I hope it will come off. Yep, like this. Clean this oil, mud and dirt. Well, this is gasket. Something like this. It needs to be cleaned and assembled once again in opposite direction. So it's this plate. Now you can clean this whole thing when it's this holes covered. Clean and reassemble. Okay, install this pipe again. Something like this. All clean, shining bright. Put new gaskets, then install oil cooler, but don't forget about this middle bolt. Before you install, move like this, a little bit to the side, and then drop it and install. And then tight every bolt. Just undo all these bolts and move aside this pipe, coolant pipe. And when the AGR cooler is out, not installed, it's easier to remove this part of the intake manifold. Remove this manifold and change this gasket. Then install. Start with middle bolts and like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't forget to tighten up this sensor and connect. Now put this hose in place. Hose. And spring clamp, and then put back this bracket using 6mm hex. Tie them up. Clean this exhaust pipe. Install this clamp. Then install this pipe like this, and over here, something like this. And also there is a gasket in this place. I install it later. So don't forget to turn this clamp like this so you can easily install it. I guess it's in place. Well, I was taking off this EGR cooler with oil filter housing installed, but it's more easier when you first take off filter housing and then remove this EGR cooler, this radiator. And with power of magnet, install over there this bolt, but keep them loose before you install all the bolts of this mount. Just forgot to install this pipe that goes over there. But no problem. Well, somehow I succeeded to screwing this bolt in. I hope. Yeah. Beautiful. Then tighten these bolts and you're done. Everything will be good. Before installation, you can just screw in bolts so they will hold this gasket, just like this. It will be easier to install them, to tighten them, and install with new gasket. Install this manifold. You need to move this pipe aside a little bit to fit the manifold, and then tighten all the bolts. Then I install this exhaust pipe using M10 square bit, tie them. Then tie the bolts of this pipe 5mm hex. Okay, install this mounting bracket using T25 socket. Install this control module. Apply some oil, fresh oil, on this O-rings seal. And try to push it down. Yes. Install this mounting brackets. Using a magnet. Also, I have this small magnet to install some bolts in such places. So now you can install this oil inlet pipe to the turbocharger, and it goes over there, over there. Renew this oil ring. Right there. Then push it with a screwdriver until it gets in, and then tie this bolt. Now install this bolt and washers. Other side. Yep. Using M10 multi-square bit, tight this bolt, and then put everything else back in place. After you have filled the coolant system with fresh coolant, you need to bleed it, and to do so, you can first unscrew bolts in this tube, which is in front of the engine, and wait until coolant will flow without air. Then close this tube. Also, you can remove hose of the heater core and wait until coolant will flow from the pipe. Then put back on this hose and start the engine. Wait until it warms up and add more coolant if you need. Simply saying, just follow this instruction of the workshop manual